Austin, Texas was named the world's live music capital in 1991 due to its abundant live music venues and vibrant music scene. Over the years, the Austin community has grown tremendously, inevitably changing its music scene. Austin's colossal music scene has impacted thousands of musicians in different ways. What is the evolution of the music scene in Austin, and how has it impacted musicians over the years? I interviewed two local musicians to ask about their experiences in Austin. Hi, I'm Millie Bazan here with local musician Ian Graffender to ask some questions about playing music live in Austin. What is your age and how long have you lived in Austin?
I am 25 years old, and this summer will be my 18th year in Austin.
Tell me a little bit about your background as a musician.
I'm mainly a self-taught musician, and I fell in love with bass guitar when I was 14 years old, and I haven't looked back.
How do you feel living in Austin has impacted your experience as a musician?
Austin has impacted my experience as a musician in a very beneficial way, and with me not being afraid to be myself or express myself the way I want to on my instrument, it allowed me to figure out what my specific sound is and what genres I like to play most.
How well do you feel supported by the local Austin community?
I feel very supported, especially with Austin. If you can find a good group of people who really care about the other musicians around them, and it's a great tool for networking. And if you can find a group of people who really match your musical vibe and genres that line up, you can create shows and lineup cards very easily at the drop of a hat.
What challenges have you faced as a musician in this city?
Probably the biggest challenge that I've had, there have been situations to where I've seen entire friend groups implode due to like a nasty breakup. I do it for fun. Like, I can do music for money and it's a great side hustle, but for me, if I don't have fun with it, I don't want to participate. A lot of the drama that revolves around the industry at times can just suck all of the fun out of it and make me not want to play.
So my name is Sal Silva. My age is 49, and I am an Austinite. I'm original Austinite, so I was born here in Austin.
Tell me a little bit about your background as a musician.
Yeah, so I mean, I started playing guitar when I was 12. I just had the music bug. I mean, Austin being the live music capital of the world, we would go see live music all the time. That kind of like kicked off my desire, I guess my want to like be in a band and be on stage. When I was in high school, I started a band and we got booked on 6th Street, like at this club called Steamboat, like way back when. Our band, we were like 17 years old and we were opening up for some of these like bigger bands in Austin. I then got into a band called Rubberhead. We played like Lollapalooza. We opened up for some cool bands where we played in Canada and all over Texas. We got added to radio stations, which really helped us kind of succeed. Like every time we'd play a show, I mean, there'd be like a lot of people because they'd hear us on the radio. Yeah, I did that for a really long time. From when I was in high school to when I was probably like 30 or something like that. And then it wasn't until like a year ago that I started a cover band. We just now do it for fun. It's called Responsible Adults, but it's a lot of fun. We do like music from the 80s and we just have a blast. Like we go and play clubs and restaurants and all these private parties. I've been doing music for a really long time.
How do you feel living in Austin has impacted your experience as a musician?
Like especially from whenever like I grew up, like the 90s. In Austin had like a really deep music like roots, like 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I'd go to these like all ages shows and everything. And I would just be like starstruck by like watching these musicians. There would be all these famous people just kind of like walking around Austin and like it totally shaped me. It was really neat because back then there were so many live music venues and clubs back then used to really support local musicians. They don't do so much anymore. I feel like growing up was kind of like a magical time for Austin. It's like that being here in the city, like where I'm from, um, just I was immersed in it. You know, I didn't have to travel to like Dallas or Houston. It was like right here in the city. Austin has been it's been commercialized a lot now. And a lot of the clubs are not like doing live music anymore.
Yeah.
And back then, people were really into seeing bands and like live music.
What challenges have you faced as a musician in the city as opposed to back then?
Like when I first started, it was very much supported. It was really strange because the band that I actually did really well in called Rubberhead, That band was like right around the 2005 era. And it was right then when music really started, like the music landscape was changing, like when like Napster downloading services and streaming services really started to boom. It changed radio, it changed everything. It was really hard to make a living as a professional musician, super hard. You had to have like another profession. But now it's just, we do it out of fun.
How well do you feel supported by the local Austin community?
I mean, minus like friends and family, right? Austin is it's a squirrely town when it comes to supporting musicians. They use the moniker live music capital of the world. It's so commercialized now. It's really weird thing to say because you have like South by Southwest and like Austin City Limits and things like that where there's huge music festivals and 60,000 people come. It's not like how it used to be. Austin is not as supportive as what it used to be with like musicians. I think more people find more support like on the YouTube and stuff. Like a local band might put something out on YouTube and then get, a lot of support and exposure from everywhere first than they do here in town. It's just changed so much.
Thank you so much, Sal, for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Millie. Appreciate it.
What does the future hold for Austin's music scene? Only time will tell. If you like music and are located in Austin, try to support local musicians. You may connect with their sound and find a different perspective of music altogether.